cop decided to physically accost an autistic man for jaywalking, you would say, no, no, no. Yeah, here's the video and I have the background.
Sheriff's office, open the door now. If you don't open the door, we're going to write a warrant and kick your door in. Open the door now. Step out.
Why?
Step out now.
Why? Can I ask what is going on?
Put your hands behind your back now.
Can I call my mom?
Put your hands behind your back now.
Can I call my mom?
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, can I call my mom first? What's going on? I don't understand.
What's going on, sir, is that I've ordered you to stop 3 times and identified myself as a sheriff's deputy while you were walking away from me.
Well,
then you rush in your house and lock your door.
Well, I was listening to my music, so I didn't...
And when I tell you to step out, you're not doing it.
I was listening to my music. I didn't...
How do I know what you're doing?
You can listen to my headphones.
But I couldn't see that.
But
I couldn't see that, right?
Mind your business.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, you can stand and record all you want. But if you keep it up, you're going in handcuffs next.
Keep what up, officer? Being loud. You're already arresting a man for walking to his home. Put it up for a man, this cowardly ass cop on a power trip because somebody is walking when he has no reason, no justifiable reason to create conflict. This cop has been suspended. I'm taking you to Santa Rosa. Sheriff's Deputy Zachary MacPherson, not pictured. We don't have the picture yet. We are working on it. Is now apologizing for his brutal actions against Xander Cash. MacPherson, who was suspended only for 3 days, is only apologizing because there was so much outrage from the public, thanks to a Black woman recording the abuse from across the street in a live streamed video that went viral. Thank God for you, dear sister, for doing what you did. The incident took place on January 29th in Milton. This is in the state of Florida, and led to an internal affairs investigation resulting in the cop only being suspended for 3 days. That's according to a May 28th article published by News Journal, which obtained the investigation record. The sheriff's office issued the following statement. I'm going to read it here. Quote, after observing a potential law violation and the individual disregarding verbal commands, the deputy made contact at the residence. The statement said, based on the circumstances, the individual was detained as part of the investigative process. Quote, during questioning, it was determined that the individual may not have heard the deputy's commands due to wearing headphones, which were covered by a hooded jacket not visible to the deputy. Following the investigation, no charges were filed, in quote. Although the sheriff's office never elaborated on the potential law enforcement violation, it is most likely the law enforcement violation, because they decided not to elaborate on what the potential cause was jaywalking, which was not even appropriate in this case, considering it was a residential street with no marked crosswalks or traffic control devices, according to a Florida criminal defense attorney who explains it would only be illegal if a pedestrian steps directly into the path of an oncoming vehicle. Now, the reason why that part is important is because the entire justification model that they're utilizing is a lie. There was no pretext to create the context for what they did. Now, this man is walking in a residential community. You could cross streets in residential communities without committing the crime of jaywalking. As a matter of fact, nobody commits the crime of jaywalking simply by walking in the street of a residential community. But that is the simple argument of this ridiculous law enforcement company or agency who decided to protect this individual like he's a member of a company, and he's not. He is a member of government. He's accountable to the taxpayer, which means to you. So those who are in the local area, your police department owes you better. There is no pretext here. Now, the dash cam video from MacPherson's patrol car shows the young Mr. Cash, who was wearing a hoodie over his head, was simply strolling across the street after checking for mail. Because the mailbox is across the street from his home, that's why he was checking for mail there. There was no need even to stop him in the first place because there was no law against walking across the street in your neighborhood. But the deputy apparently wanted to exert his power because the man happened to cross a street in his presence. So while arresting the young Mr. Cash, the cop then turned his rage to the neighbors across the street who were protesting his abusive actions while recording. Quote, "Hey, you can stand and record all you want, but if you keep it up, you're going in handcuffs next." Keep what up? MacPherson threatened, even though the neighbors were not breaking any laws. The two neighbors protesting were black, as well as most of the neighborhood, according to local media, but Cash is white, begging the question of whether this would have happened had Cash lived in a predominantly white neighborhood. Put up Miss McGruder. Miss McGruder, the other neighbor protesting, was also live streaming video that ended up going viral. Quote, "I wasn't getting involved when he was just at the door because I didn't know what was going on. That wasn't my business," McGruder told the News Journal. Quote, "But when he snatched him out of that house, it became my business. Then that's somebody's child. It's messed up. I hope he thinks about what he's done. He definitely needs some discipline. They need discipline within their own staff, within the police force, and they need to police themselves." MacPherson admitted to Internal Affairs investigation, quote, "I did wrong. I did wrong." According to the Pensacola News Journal, quote, "I regret allowing myself to get angry. I regret the way I talked to the neighbors. I regret the way I talked to Alexander at one point. I remember watching that video, and that's not the person I want to be. That's not the person I believe I am." MacPherson also wrote a letter of apology to Mr. Cash, according to records in his file obtained by News Journal. Quote, "I allowed my emotions to get the better of me." MacPherson wrote, "I allowed myself to get angry, and I displayed behavior I am entirely ashamed of." Put up the picture of Mr. Xander being arrested, Mr. Cash. All right. Bless you, sir. I'm so thankful that this officer apologized to you. I'm thankful that he did it in writing. And sir, I am thankful that you have an opportunity to take that letter to any civil rights attorney and slam dunk his ass along with the police precinct. So sir, that is my encouragement for you and your family to do so, and do so quickly. Statute of limitation is 2 years. All right, dear brother, thoughts here?
Well, I think we are being very harsh on this officer. He apologized, and he's obviously thought other of what he has done. And now, as he gets fired from the police department, I'm sure he'll be an amazingly wonderful and well-minded truck driver or whatever else he needs to do, because this man does not belong in the police department, sheriff department, or any position of authority. This is a bully. And never mind that this victim was autistic, because I don't remember the police going after Elon Musk when he did a Nazi salute and they blamed it on autism. I don't remember them bum rushing him on the stage and knocking him down then. No, never mind that this victim was autistic. Let's remember the things that were broken, the constitutional violations of this person. No crime was committed. No actual order, legal order was given. And more importantly, being pulled out of your home is one of the most protected of all constitutional amendments by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has gone through Mapp versus Ohio, it's gone through Payton versus New York, it's gone through Lang versus California. When we say the Fourth Amendment, when we say your home is your castle, we actually are referring to the castle doctrine, which the Supreme Court has fully held up. This is the one thing. This isn't abortion. This is amazingly protected rights. He was in his home. The other people across the street were in their home, the curtilage of their home. Remember that word. That is the area immediately around your home, and they were equally protected. There is no noise violation during the middle of the day. He was just frustrated because his authority was being questioned. These are the people that cause us, the citizens, to say, defund the police. Police officers, remember, those aren't police officers. Those are criminals too.
That's right, 100%. And you're completely correct on the law. And that's why this would easily qualify as a violation of constitutional right. This individual literally snatched a man out of his domicile for jaywalking.